morning. I'm getting ready to go to the gym. I'm gonna put on a makeup look, and also we're going to address the video. I titled it Asking Your Dating and Relationship Questions for Dear Sparkle Barbie. I'm going to use the Magic Away on my eyelids today. Why? Because it's right here. Why do I put on makeup to go to the gym? Because I can. I have the time. And I'm going to run errands afterwards. And I enjoy wearing makeup. This is my Sephora Multitasker Concealer Brush. This brush does not come like this anymore. Now it's double-ended. I understand it's a really good brush and that people who own it enjoy it. So there we go. I have on the Charlotte Tilbury Magic Away, and I think I use it in the number 3. I do. It's the number 3. Here's some Makeup Forever colors that I'm going to use. I'll list them here. I'll put the numbers over each one here when I edit. I'm going to begin with the darker of the 3. And I'm going to put that on my brow bone. It's a fuchsia color. I don't know whether it's metallic or a diamond or it looks like it's an iridescent. I really like this. I think I'll be pulling this out again. I have on a really interesting sweatshirt. I've had this sweatshirt probably over 30 years. A sweatshirt I've had for 30 years. It's a Bonwit Teller. We had a Bonwit Teller in Colombia years ago, and it went out of business. I don't know whether it went bankrupt, or I guess that's usually the thing, right? I guess that was the beginning of the end. I don't know whether we shopped online back then or not. Do you? Do you remember 30 years ago? Maybe over 30 years. I probably got it around 86 or 87. All right. Let's look at the first question or the first comment under this video. Okay, Irma Brooks says, I'm 53 and if something happened to my hubby or marriage, I would not date. I just want to be by myself. All the married ladies want to be single and all the single ladies want to be married. I think there's probably some truth to that. As I read these, you'll see there's a theme running there. Okay, I'm going to take that blue. I don't know whether it's let's see what it is. It looks like a diamond. Yes, I'm going to resist trying to sing the Rihanna song while I do this. I don't think that just because if something happened to her husband or they got I don't think it's a reflection of how the relationship has gone. I think it's just a matter of when maybe not all of us, but a lot of us probably got married pretty young. I've been married since I was 18. Not to Pat, but there wasn't really much of a gap between the marrieds. And I think most of us probably have been married a long time. And during that time, and we're probably from a older generation where we're more traditional and have been cooking and cleaning for people, either the spouse, our children, and taking care of pets. By the time we're, 50 something, we've been doing it for 30 years. And retiring for us would be being single, right? Like when something happens to Taco, I plan on being petless for a few years. I'm using the Tom Ford Kohl Intense liner pencil. So yeah, for us women, becoming single later in life is like retiring. Comment here if you disagree or agree. Give me your thoughts on that. Oh, and the other thing is, by the time you're our age, you're over sex. You're over it. I could be wrong. It may not be the case for everyone. So therefore, there's not a point in having a man again. And we've lived long enough to know how to be self-sufficient now. And if we find ourselves, and we've learned how to entertain ourselves. And if we feel like we need company, we could join a book club, right? All right, there's the liner. I feel like I probably need to set it. Maybe it'll set up on its own, although I'm doubtful about that. I'll come back and set it. All right, let's put the primer. I'm still enjoying the primer CC Serum combo that I'm doing. By Terry Hyaluronic Hydra-Primer. And the By Terry Cellular Rose Brightening CC Serum. I'm mixing those two together. Starting here on my cheekbones, because I like it to be bright and shiny there. Then here where I have nasal labial folds. That terminology upsets Pat. He doesn't like that word, I don't think. Okay, after I have it, I'm putting it basically where I would highlight. Down the bridge of my nose. Here's my Bon Wet Teller sweatshirt. It has a stain on it. Does anybody know how to get that like really old stains out? Comment here. Because I don't want to get rid of this sweatshirt. I'm going to keep it. And I want to wear it. I just don't want to look like a pea picker. Whose mom or dad used that term when you were growing up? Pea picker. Okay. There's that. So I washed this sponge out really good with soap and water. This is the Beaky, I think. Oh, and by the way, these are good. This one's Tangerine. There's a song for that too, isn't there? The sponge comes out really big. I think the trick to getting it soft is to rinse and rinse and rinse. And what soap did I use? I used the Bath and Body Works. What was it? Shortcake, something like that, or cheesecake, or buttercream, something. You know how I like those gourmand soaps. Anyway, I just kept washing and rinsing and rinsing and rinsing. I think they must put, I don't know, something. There must be something in the sponge. Maybe it's an antimicrobial something, I don't know, that makes it stiff. But it's really soft now. Okay, this is the, I'm using it up, aren't I? I know, I'm a big girl. The Mineral Foundation. I don't know why I got another pump. I guess I wanted to have a flawless look today. All right, let's see if there's another question while I'm pouncing my foundation, or another comment. This is the question I get all the time when I do people's hair. Why is it when I meet a guy online, I feel like the date goes great, then they ghost me? I swear most clients have this happen to them. I got your answer on that one. They got a whole movie about it. A whole movie. He's just not that into you. He's just polite. He didn't, you know, he meet a guy online. Okay. Yeah, and then they ghost you. They're being polite. They're being polite online. They don't want to hurt your feelings. They're just not that into you. That's what that means. And this hairdresser, beautician, hairstylist, is being nice by going, oh my, that's the strangest thing I ever heard. That's what it is. They're just not that into you. They're being polite online. But if they ghost you, that means they're avoiding you. And they don't want to hurt your feelings by saying, or you do something. You know, everything will be going good, and then you'll say something that is a red flag for that person. So that's my answer on that one. Yellow means stop, but agree with you about the timing of yay or nay. Okay, that had to do with the yellow lights. No dating questions. Never plan on dating ever again. I think you may get questions from younger audience. Second marriage and don't plan. Okay, she's on her second marriage and doesn't plan on a third. Back to not necessarily a reflection on the relationship she's having now, but she's done being somebody's caretaker. It's time to retire. We're done. We're finished. We're tired. That's enough. We're finished. Not in the mood to take care of anybody else. All right, let's put some eyelash primer on. Okay, so I wasn't impressed with the Essence. I don't know why. I didn't like it as much as the Lancome primer. Speaking of which, Lancome is running a gift with a purchase thing. I may go by and participate in that since the bully makeup team won't be there. If you're wondering what I'm talking about, I'll link that video right here. Why isn't mine as white as most people's eyelash primer? Probably because I've gotten it dirty. I do wash my mascara off every night, but I guess there's still, well, I don't know, maybe I got eyeliner on my eyelashes because I see eyeliner on my waterline. Even though I didn't put it on my tight line, somehow it transferred off my wing liner up here down to my... So yeah, this person that's been married twice has decided that 3 times, but she said she would even date and definitely not interested in marrying. Yeah, we're just tired. We're done. We're done catering to other people, watching what they want to watch on TV. Not that we're feminist. It's because we're not feminist, probably, that we're so exhausted of relationships. We've been catering and submitting, and we eat what they want to eat. We eat when they want to eat. We clean up their messes. We watch what they want to watch on TV. We're home we try to be home when they come home from work. Our whole life, because of our generation, I don't know whether it's nature or nurture, but we cater. We're caretakers and we're tired. I'm not positive that's what she's referring to. You know, she could have a shitty relationship. I think even if you have a great relationship, that was Context Vitamin C All Day Eye Cream. I just put it on because I saw it there. I use it sometimes and sometimes I don't. Let's do eyebrows. I'm going to use the Sigma again, the Sigma Pomade, and I'm going to look and see if there's... Oh, and I found this 06, the wing liner brush again. I liked this for... As for a younger audience being interested in my thoughts on dating and relationships, first of all, I don't have a younger audience. I don't think there's anybody... If there is, if you are under the age of 40 and you watch my channel, chime in here and let me know so that I know. Welcome. And I'm flattered. All right, I have my eyebrows on. I used the Sigma Pomade in medium. Then I used the Duo Brow Powder in medium. And I used the E06, this tiny brush, for both. All right, let's put on some mascara so we look. I have been enjoying the Stila huge Extreme Lash Mascara. I know, I'm not very loyal to anyone. There for a while, it was Lancome Monsieur Big all the time, every day. Then it was It's Superhero. At one time, it was Benefit Roller Lash, but this is the one now. I'm still using the Rodin and Fields. I'm gonna do a colored mascara on the bottom. I have two that I like to use. I either like the burgundy from L'Oreal, Voluminous, or the brown that's the Lancome Grandiose. We're getting some funny lighting now because the sun's coming up. I have a different background today. When I edit, I'll probably be sorry, but I just wanted to try something different. There's iridescent stars back there, but I don't think y'all can see them. Okay. Let's put some, I'm going to put some Benefit 24-Hour Brow Setter on my eyebrows. I think this is my favorite. I don't change much from that. Okay. Now what shall we? Now, oh, we were going. Okay, so that was that. The younger, as for younger audience, I don't think they're interested. This dating thing is a mystery to me. I'm 60 and two men I flirt with will call rarely, and when I do see them I say, why don't you call or text? They reply with the phone works both ways. These men are well over 55. When did the rules change? I want to be pursued. They don't chase anymore. Is there a new book of rules I missed? There is not a new book of rules. As I said before, they made a whole movie about this. He's just not that into you. And they're just being polite. Not only that, they probably, if they're well over 55, they don't want to encourage you too much because they don't want to get tied down again. They've probably been tied down their whole life. Supporting, they probably still have kids on their payroll. Or they could still be paying alimony. I think with men, it's a financial thing. They're protecting their finances. They're protecting their pocketbook. They don't want to get tied down again to having to support. Wow, those bottom lashes are super-duper long, aren't they? They don't want to get tied down taking care of some, supporting somebody again. I'm thinking if the right person came along, somebody that they could not live without, it wouldn't be necessary for that person to call them. They would be doing the calling faux show. If a man wants somebody, he will pursue them. So these fellas that are flirting with you, that's just what they want to do. They just want to flirt. They don't want to they don't want to take it any further than that. If you want them to pursue you, you have to play hard to get. And when you know you're going to be running into them, be sure that you look good that day. And then be aloof. And it's easier to be aloof if you look good. All right. Let's see if there's another question. Hey Jenny, if something ever happened to my hubby, I would never date again. I've been married over 35 years. See? And I can't even imagine the whole dating thing. But my son is 27 and still single and puts in a lot of hours at work. And he doesn't go to bars, so I have suggested a dating service like Match.com. He just gives me a disgusted look. Any suggestions? Well, first of all, I'm thinking if he's a 27-year-old male, he knows how to pick up a girl if he wants to. And he may be dating someone. Or, oh, for heaven's sake. And you probably, you know, I taught my children different, you know, that we don't just do booty calls. But that doesn't mean anything. I'm thinking if I laid down the groundwork for proper morals. If that, you know, I don't know. I can tell you with certainty that they have ignored that. So I'm thinking your son is either dating and not sharing that part of his life with you. He's not interested in dating at this juncture. Oh, and believe me, he knows where to meet him. I mean, if he leaves his house, he runs into girls everywhere. The grocery store, the gas station, work. I'm certain he has, you don't have to, I don't think I've ever met anybody. I can tell you with certainty that I have never dated anybody or married anybody that I met at a bar. Never. I take that back. I did date someone that I met at a bar. That didn't end well. I blocked that one. I blocked that one out of my memory. What is that Men in Black thing where they shoot them in the face and their memory eraser? Yeah, well, that memory I had successfully erased until just this moment. I can't say that we ever, no, we did. We actually went on a date. Sure enough. And I think it ended with he wasn't that into me. It's probably because I went out with him after meeting him at a bar. Those aren't the keeper types. I could be wrong. What do I know? But no, I never had a successful relationship. I did meet some, okay. So we'll just end it at that. So to the person that wants suggestions for her son, first of all, he doesn't want your input. That's why he's rolling his eyes. It may not have anything to do with online. He might already be online dating. He's just not telling you, especially if he's engaging in behavior that you wouldn't approve of. My sons do not tell me. Like now that Patrick's broke up with the girl that he was living with, based on our conversations we have now, I would assume that he's not doing anything but working. But I would be assuming wrong. Okay, so that answers that question. Are you sure you want to take on dating advice in this day and age? I'm a hairdresser in Vegas and I'm telling you things are not the same as when I was dating. Why wouldn't I? I don't even have to be right. I do stop at yellow lights. I have a 10-year-old in the back seat. But I would, let's see, I don't think I need dating advice, but I would be curious to see what your recommendations on where to meet guys like Pat. Library, Whole Foods, random garages, LOL. Have a great night. I have had my... Okay. How to meet men like Pat. Okay, so you didn't ask where I met him, right? So I won't tell you. But where do you meet men like Pat? I think you could meet a man like Pat anywhere. Grocery store, pumping gas. Something I have on smells really good. Oh, must be this. Grocery store. I've met some cute fellas at the grocery store at 10 o'clock in the morning. The gym. I know girls who have met guys at the gym that they've been interested in and they've dated them. I, however, do not interact with men at the gym unless, and sometimes I'm foolish enough to believe that it's a safe situation, like they're just making small talk, they're not wanting to date. I get the vibes off of them that, you know, they're happily married, that they're just being courteous since we're in the same area. Like if I'm on a cable machine and they want to scoot in between sets, they're just being courteous. They're not trying to get lucky. When I pick up that vibe, then I will talk. But if I'm picking up, how are you doing? Then I go pointing at my earphones. So that was the Dahlia that got crazy on me there. So I would say you could meet someone like Pat anywhere, and you would have to just use your best skills in determining whether you have met yourself a douchebag or a nice fella. And I'm sure at your age, since you said you don't need any dating advice, I'm sure at your age you could determine whether this particular dude was a douchebag or not. I cannot think of a place where you couldn't meet a guy. Everywhere I go, there's men. I see men all over the place. At Starbucks, I see men everywhere. Where does Pat say he sees girls? He sees girls at Walmart. I don't think he sees any pretty girls at Walmart. He sees women at Walmart. Anyway, I can't think of any place where you would, you would not meet Pat. You would not be able to pick up Pat in a bar. He does sit at the bar when he's out of town and he's eating dinner because he gets a beer. I'm pretty sure he sits at the bar and gets a beer, but he is watching the TV and keeps his head down on his phone, and his body language is, don't talk to me. I'm trying to, he meets bookkeepers all the time. Anyway, I don't know. You would meet someone at church. Pat is open. He's more open at church and more likely to talk to a woman at church than anywhere else. Okay, here's another one. As far as dating goes, I've been married 28 years. This is my second, but if something happened, I don't think I would want to date. Who knows? Never say never. See? We've been catering to somebody for half our damn life. We don't want to get tied down again to take care of somebody else. I believe that covers it. What I got from this was that we're not interested in dating. At this point in life, we are not interested in dating. We are interested in a good foundation, a good primer, the next eyeshadow palette, a good TV series on Netflix. I truly believe you girls who are not looking and your interest is elsewhere are probably the more attractive, meaning you're the ones that men would be more attracted to. The ones that are looking probably cause red flags to go up for men. Because I don't think the rules have changed. I can tell you that my son, the older one who talks to me, has come back and told me some of the tricks that I've told him regarding attracting the opposite sex, or not the opposite sex. Just attracting people in general works like a charm. I'm going to try to... Oh, I'm so sorry. I'll be back. So let's finish up this look, and so I can get going to the gym. I put a little bit of contour here. We'll put a little contour here. Kind of a contour bronzer. It's on the coolish side. And I'm going to do a lip. This is the Essence Satin Mauve number 6. I've been gravitating towards a mauve lip liner lately. A mauve lip all together with. This lipstick's not available, but it's a taupey, it's a beigey nude. When I edit, I'll try to find a dupe for it, something comparable. I'm not sure I like that minty color on my lid. Let's pull out, let's dip into this one. I know it's a little late in the game to be changing up, but I'm going to. I'm gonna do it anyway. There we go. Thank you for joining me today while I get ready for the gym. And I hope you enjoyed our little chat regarding the dating and relationships. If you have any other subjects you'd like to discuss during a Get Ready with me, please leave your suggestions in the comments and we'll try to do that one next. Y'all have a great day and see you real soon.